Hi, welcome to the Theme Park Haunter channel. Today we're going to be going over some very exciting Halloween Horror Nights things that I saw at the Taste of Universal. I filmed these. These are some things that I really haven't seen on any other YouTube videos, and it goes at much in depth. This isn't going to be really a food review or anything like that. It's going to be mainly focused on Halloween Horror Nights, maybe just a little bit of extra stuff. I filmed some Super Nintendo World stuff, but that'll be at the end, so you don't have to skip through the video if you're not interested in that. I got some interesting stuff on The Walking Dead, the rumored Halloween 3 maze, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre maze, and a bunch of other really cool stuff throughout. So, yeah, here we get into it. And before I get into it, I do want to say I don't have footage, but was able to see a little bit into the Cosmopolitan / set lot, and there was no mazes being built there. You were able to walk up a little bit onto the tram queue, and I looked down, and there was not any mazes there. So, yeah, if you were thinking there isn't. But yeah, let's get right into the footage. Here's The Walking Dead. Okay, so here's The Walking Dead. It's Hudson Gate. This video is going to be a little bit shaky. I'm sorry, I was there. I'm not a great cameraman. But it's still the hospital, but it says Hudson Gate on the other one, so it makes me believe that they're not finished renovating the Harrison Memorial. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I think it's Harrison Memorial Hospital. But as you can see, behind the Scooby van, mystery van, you're able to walk through a little bit. And I don't think a lot of people knew about this. Sorry, this is shaky right here. But it looks like they've kind of set it up for an outdoor dining, but not really. And I'll go into more detail in a video in a second about this, but that was the end of that video. But yeah, it was really cool because I didn't think I would be able to walk behind it. Okay, so here's the second video detailing all what's behind it because I walked in. Okay, so this is me actually walking in it. So it seems like the window shadows are still open, and it looks like I couldn't really see through. This is me with someone else. But it seems like they kind of kept the thing intact. One thing I noticed is they didn't have the bodies at the end. You'll see, like the red bodies, but they did have the TVs up and the bloody handprints on the windows and everything. And so they really haven't renovated the inside, which is interesting, which makes me think they're going to keep it for Halloween Horror Nights this year. But I'm looking around, and so here's actually the emergency entrance area, and it really still looks like the facade. Now they just have a little bit of storage over here, and they still have some of the blood from the bodies. You can see the blood right here. And so we're looking around, and it kind of looks the same as it was, just without the bodies and without kind of the queue line. See emergency and authorized vehicles only. This gives nostalgia because it's like, hey, we're back in the queue of a ride. There's really nothing back there. I don't know why I filmed it. But here's the Harrison Memorial or Hospital. It was really hard to see. It was a lot of glare on it, but it looked like the inside the queue was intact, and I was like, "Yay, we're gonna keep it!" Because even though this maze was bad, it's still something. So it's still a reminder that there's at least a little bit of a Halloween thing at Universal, because we don't know what Halloween thing, if they will make a maze again. And so it's nice to still see that this one's still intact, even if it wasn't the fan favorite. I actually thought it was fine, but yeah. And so that was the thing. I've got another little video that I'll show you in a second. It's just a little one. But yeah, I was super excited because it looks like the queue's still intact, and it looks like we will probably be getting it for Halloween Horror Nights 2021 in Hollywood, which I think is going to happen because they put out a message on their website that said, as we move closer, we're going to be revealing our opening date, which they already have, April 16th, I believe, but it's like for pass holders only. I'm really not sure on that. I'm not a Universal pass holder. I mean, I don't go enough to make sure to get pass. And so they said, as we move forward, we're going to be talking about our opening date and our plans for Halloween Horror Nights. So it seems like they are having plans for Halloween Horror Nights, which is really positive. I mean, I'm super happy for Halloween Horror Nights. It would be really nice to have it this year. And I think it's going to happen, as I previously mentioned. But here's one more little video of The Walking Dead. This is really nothing special. It's just more blood on the ground and no parking. I just thought I'd include it because I wanted to give the fans of this maze everything there was. And that's about it. There's just more blood on the ground. And so moving on to our next thing, we have the Halloween 3 maze, or rumored to be Halloween 3 maze, but it's probably going to be Halloween 3. I mean, the speculation maps say it's Halloween 3, and it's super accurate, usually. And we've also found clues about the Shamrock. Check out my last video. I'll put it in a little card at the top right. But I'd say it's like a 99% chance it's going to be Halloween 3. I don't know how they're going to pull it off because it's not a traditional Halloween movie. It's not a slasher. It actually doesn't even follow Michael Myers. But as I said, go watch my last video that I explained it for like 5 minutes pretty quickly. But yeah, so our next is our rumored Halloween 3. I got a little bit of stuff on it, and I'll show you right here. All right, so this is a big old clip right here. But basically, as we can see on the top, the black stuff is the plywood, and blue is the tarping. We haven't gotten a flyover of this maze yet, really, with the tarping on it. But here's the tarping, and it also says it's a construction site. And this is, oh my God, I put my finger in focus accidentally. But it's a live construction site, and they have construction guidelines. So it's very obvious this is a Halloween Horror Nights maze. It's 100% it's a Halloween Horror Nights maze. So it seems as if they're working on it. And whether it means construction site, they're taking it down, which they're not. I think it means that they're actually working on the interior, and they're just keeping the blue tarping over it. I'm showing more plywood right here, but this is just an opportunity for me to talk with a little bit of background footage. I just think they're gonna have this maze. I think it's gonna be good. I think Halloween 3 is gonna be a really interesting maze, as I just talked about like 30 seconds ago. I gotta stop talking about it. But yeah, it really looks hopeful for this maze, and I'm super excited for the maze. And just the thought that it is a maze that has a sign out front that literally says it's an active construction site. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Okay, and I've got one more clip with the makings of a facade on it, but I'm just going to end this clip here. All right, here's the next clip. Okay, so here's the next clip. As I'm looking, I see a little bit of a facade. You see that black thing with the tarping on top? I believe that's where the facade is normally. I'm not totally sure, but it does look like we have the startings of a facade. I might just be totally wrong, and it's a place they need to put more wood up or make it higher. I don't know why I'm panning away right here, but it really looks like it's a facade to me. I mean, it's not detailed, of course, but that looks like where it is, and I'm panning over. Oh, yeah, I got a good view of the top of the tarping, which is really nice, but I'm just super excited. This maze looks like it's definitely going to happen. That was the end of the clip, but I'm going to keep talking. I just think this maze is going to happen. I'm happy. I got a little overview. I think they let me go closer, like not let me, but like the opening weekend when I saw people film footage of it, they were from more far, and I kind of got to go like right up close to it. So that was exciting. But yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for this maze, and that's all I'm going to say. Let's move on to the Mummy Cube maze. It's really nothing special. If I can put the super zoom footage in there, I will, but I got to figure out how to import the SD card into my computer. So I guess we'll see right now. All right, peace out. All right, so here is the Mummy maze. It gets really, really shaky. I'm really sorry. If you don't like shaky things, then please exit this video because it gets really shaky. This is just an overview of the maze, and then I'm going to super zoom in. It's going to be really shaky. I'm sorry I keep stressing it, but it's kind of bad. So if I zoom in more, then we keep seeing that little sanitation station thing where you wash your hands, but the facade is tarped, and it kind of looks like a weird backwards L a little bit. So I'm not really sure about that facade. Here's just another thing. While editing this, I realized if I go over here, remember these little signs that we saw? These signs are the same signs. This is a little callback to, if I'm just going to scroll all the way back. So these signs are the same signs we saw earlier in the video. Let me just pull it up. The same, this is an active workspace sign. You see what I'm saying? These signs, I think, are these same signs, just further away. I think that's interesting, because then this means this is an active workspace too, and they're not just tenting it. So I think this is really cool. But yeah, that was about the end of the footage, and I thought that was super interesting that they're both like active workspaces. I think that's really cool that they're both being worked on, and then they're just preserved for the elements. Because I don't usually think they tarp things, but I think they were tarping it to trying to keep it a little bit of secretive. Because usually, well, with the mummy Q maze or the mummy maze, I'm just gonna refer to it as the mummy maze. Um, Usually it's just fully tented. I don't remember there being a little segment at the end that wasn't tented, but they did put a little blue taupe over the part that wasn't tented. But the Texas, or not Texas, Halloween 3 location, or I mean Waterworld location, I don't remember them tenting that normally. I think they just had a roof, no, usually, but I don't know why they're exactly tenting it right now because usually this is when they'd start building stuff, and they didn't have a tent over it usually. But I guess that's for us to see. Thank you for watching. I possibly, very, very possibly, might have an interview with someone who works for Halloween Horror Nights, but that's like a 1% chance, but very possibly. So please subscribe, please like. I put a lot of effort into these videos, and it just takes 2 seconds out of your day, and it makes mine. Um, if you didn't like it, leave a comment and tell me why you didn't. Tell me where I can improve and tell me what was good and what was bad so that I can make my videos the highest quality that they can be. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. Here's just some extra clips. All right. See ya.